I think it's working now. Hey guys, how's everyone doing? Give me a second. I'm just loading the reference for tonight's streaming and sharing the streaming. Just give me a sec. So for tonight's streaming, I'm thinking doing something that I haven't done in a while, which is doing a cartoony character. So I found a nice concept by Bill's Beings. I'm just gonna share it in my reference. Just give me a second. Mm, grab my reference. But this is my reference. Let me make it a little bigger so it's visible. So it's a more cartoony, stylized character compared to the usual creepy stuff. It's nice to change a bit this to something different. Hopefully this will be the beginning of my new streamings with cartoony and creepy characters like I used to do. And let me just grab my pure ref. And we're good to go. So let's start by using the sphere, the usual sphere for the head. And it's gonna be something quite different from my usuals, but at least right now I want to create like the base. I'm not gonna be following entirely the concept at the moment. I just want to have like the proportions. Once I have this, then I'll start using the concept to match it as close as possible. Hey William, kind of a gothic character, cartoon character. Yeah, I really like the vibe of the character. It's not like the usual characters I have done lately, so it's really nice and refreshing just to do something different. The nose is gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a challenge because it's meant to be a nose for a cartoon character and it's quite unique. Has a very 2D shape, so it's gonna be a challenge. Fun. So, as usual, I'm gonna be using spheres just to match and start adding different well, not subtools, but different parts of the model. Like for example, these are gonna be the ears and like this. I'm not really worried about doing everything super close to the concept right now. It's mainly an approximation. So like this. Now for the hair, it's gonna be another sphere. It's gonna be bigger. And right now I'm using everything in semi-subtool. So even though at the end I'm gonna have, for example, the hair as a different subtool compared to the head and the ear. Right now I have everything together because it'll be easier to match it to the concept as a single subtool, and then I'll start splitting everything. This can go a little down. The other cool thing about doing this kind of characters is that you need to improvise a lot. since we don't have different views of the character, we need to improvise what's going on the back, what's going on from different views that might not be as visible as the rest of it. So, for example, it doesn't show an egg, however, we need an egg. Even though it's gonna be hidden by the color, still need the neck. Y la idea es tener como todo esto ya un poquito más avanzado. Sí. Tengo en mente hacer otras colaboraciones con otros artistas de Instagram, solo que no había tenido el tiempo de hacer streamings por trabajo. Más para la falda, which is gonna be the skirt. Just another big sphere. Again, we're not really looking for details or matching the concept, just adding the main volumes. And then I'm gonna be working on having everything as close as possible to the illustration. It's not really a concept art, it's most of a more of a illustration. So the difference is the concept is mainly focused to create something else, either a 3D piece or an environment. And an illustration is not really that the objective. So you don't actually think on creating or having volumes and the correct proportions, everything to work for the model. Vamos a ver. De momento lo vamos a dejar así. Y solo nos falta ese collar. Cilindro. Extrude. Más adelante lo vamos a hacer a detalle, pero ahorita algo así. Funciona. So right now proportions are not correct, but we're not really looking for a correct match with the concept. Hey Sahan, I'm new to ZBrush. How do I find the grab brush? Usually, I guess you're talking about the move brush. So you go into the brush menu and you can find the move brush. Where is it? Well, I'm not sure where. So you can create a shortcut for the brush, or you can, for example, click on the brush menu and then press M for move. And this narrows the selection. For example, right here, it's move. So that's the way to find the move brush. I try not to go into the brush menu. I either prefer to use the hotkeys. For example, B creates the palette for the brush menu for the different brushes you have. And in the case of the move brush, I have my own personal hotkeys. So that way, for example, if I want to create, if I want to modify the shape and by using the move brush, I can press 2 and that will let me modify that shape. So now I'm gonna start matching these to the concept. I'm using PureRef and I'm placing PureRef on top of my screen. With transparency is one of those cool things you can do with PureRef. Hey, you're welcome, Zahan. Hey, tool user, thank you. So actually for this, I'm gonna split this because I really want to have some more resolution. The face is quite easy to tackle. Actually, what I'm really worried about it's the nose, because it has a very unique shape to it. For example, right now the silhouette matches with the concept, so that's a good thing. Now for the mouth. So again, for this we're trying to match it. We're not really looking to add details. We're going one step further, which is start matching everything to the concept. Now I'm gonna use a sphere for the eyebrows. Cool thing is that I can actually lock the camera, so if I click outside, I cannot rotate or move the camera. Hey, Cyrax, saludos. ¿Cómo andas, bro? Sí, a veces YouTube no notifica de los streamings. La verdad es que ya tenía un ratillo sin hacer streamings, no he sido tan constante. Pero pues acá andamos. Saludos allá a Ecuador, a Guayaquil. So right now, I'm not. Um, Again, since this is an illustration, it's not really it doesn't really have the idea to be a 3D model, so it's not symmetrical, and there might be some issues like that that I need to tackle. But at the moment, I'm gonna focus only on the right side, and then I'll break the symmetry. Yeah, for those who are new to my streamings, I tend to do the streamings both in English and Spanish, so feel free to ask in English if you're more comfortable with that. Y la idea es justamente ahorita nada más enfocarme en un lado, que es el lado derecho, que es el que tiene más información en cuanto a la ilustración. I want everything to be super subtle, because I'm still figuring out everything on this model, so there's no need to start adding details. And we have this, which are the eyebrows. Now we need the eyes. Again, I'm just matching the right side. I'll have to break the symmetry at the end, so it matches the illustration. Hidden because we don't want the eyes to be part of the rest of the model, and neither the eyebrows. Hey, Oscar Blanco, ¿qué onda, tocayo? Para mí lo difícil es 2D a 3D, cuando el 2D no se hizo pensando en 3D. Sí, es como todo un reto. La verdad es que es un poquito más complejo, pero también es un poquito más divertido. Pienso que tomar una ilustración de alguien que no pensó en hacerlo en 3D le da como esta dificultad. Y al final es como una combinación de hacer una pieza que se vea lo más parecida al concept, pero al mismo tiempo, por lo mismo que no es una ilustración pensada para 3D, van a haber muchas diferencias. Pero lo padre es que tú eres el encargado de hacer esa transición. Yo siento que tienes como un poquito más de poder sobre cómo se va a ver al final, porque realmente no hay de otra. Realmente tienes que ir decidiendo sobre la marcha, sobre por ejemplo cómo se va a ver la oreja en el costado o cómo se va a ver la cabeza por atrás, cosas que no se ven en la información de la ilustración original. Hey, what's up? TL 101 Art. So for those of you who are asking, let me show you guys. Right now you're unable to see because I'm using I'm using on OBS the function that only shows ZBrush, but let me see if, yep. So let me try to match it. So you can see right here that I'm using ViewRef, so it's still blocked. And for example, these are the shapes, so you can see the ears are already matching, the head is already matching. Same goes for the eyebrows and the eyes. So I'm not really worried about how it's looking without like the reference, because right now I'm trying to match the proportions and the shapes. Again, I might need to work a bit on the shapes at the end, especially because it's not symmetrical. But as a starting point, it's pretty good. Hey, Nomad, good day. Oh, actually, hello there. ¿Estás trabajando como un bajo relieve o vas a pensar en todos los ángulos? Voy a pensar en todos los ángulos. Ahorita solo tengo en mente las proporciones, por eso solo estoy trabajando el frente, porque realmente es la única referencia que tengo el frente. Pero la idea es que al final tenga la referencia, tenga el modelo como un personaje 3D en todos los ángulos. And again, I'm trying to match everything, including the hair. Right now it's super proxy, but tells the idea. So I think this is enough for me to start working on it. It looks super ugly right now, but bear with me. I'll try to make it a little bit more beautiful. Try a different material. Por ejemplo, las orejas se me fueron muy hacia atrás. Voy a corregir eso. Um, hey, Glissy and Kuma. Qué padre, muchas gracias. How long have you been doing 3D? I think it's been, geez, okay, 12 years. 12 years so far. So I've been doing 3D for at least 12 years. But right now it's looking horrible from the side. So we need to start fixing this. And making everything more smooth, because it's at the end a cartoony character. We don't need to make anything like super realistic and super detailed. The idea is to have everything super clean, smooth shapes. For the nose, this one is gonna be a tricky one. Maybe I'll use another subtool for the nose right now. Right, everything but the eyebrows. There is a feel of freedom from not seeing all the info that 2D image doesn't show. You can get creative with the sculpt. Awesome work. Hey, thank you. How a nice name, Happy Extruder. Yeah, there's a lot of freedom compared to let's say a very detailed concept where you have like different views of the character, and what type of materials the character has, and all that information, which is sometimes super useful. At least for personal projects, I find pretty relaxing to be able to just have the freedom, as you said, of just choosing what to do next. Because again, it is not my character; it's the character. Oh, by the way, the artist who did this beautiful illustration, it's called Bill's Beings on Instagram. So feel free to follow him. He has a very unique style. I really dig his illustrations or her illustrations. Not sure. I guess it's his. It's Bill. Um, Estoy súper interesado en ver cómo vas a trabajar la lechuguilla del cuello. Ah, ya, ya, sí. Ahorita te muestro unos trucos. Realmente va a ser bastante rápido y sencillo. Um, what is the time frame for the marathon? Ah, what marathon are you speaking of, Nomad? Yo le haría los pliegues pegadillos al cuello y luego los estiro hacia afuera. Me dijeras tal vez como un hard edge. Sí, realmente voy a manejar muchísimo hard edge, como si fueran casi casi sólidos, pero para lo del cuello realmente tengo algo en mente, que es utilizar radial symmetry. Voy a bajarle la intensidad a esto. Oh, the title brush says Digital Marathon. Oh yeah, sorry about that. I should have mentioned that earlier. There is an there was a mistake on tonight's streaming. Um, I think the title, which is Digital Marathon with Pellegrini, I guess it's tomorrow. Yeah, I'm not sure what. From time to time, this happens. The titles get mixed up. This is like creature and character creation with Oscar Trejo. So completely forgot to mention that there was a mistake on the title of the streaming, which is something that happens. But I see it so um, not often, but I'm really used to that I completely forgot to address it. So I'm not Pellegrini. Y vamos a quitarle el transparency. Again, the idea is to have something very, very smooth. Still not super sure about the nose right now, but at least for now it's like a proxy nose. Yeah, ZBrush titles, they get mixed up from time to time. Blocking out a character is definitely the most suiting. Ya después viene el detalle y el retopo. Sí, to be honest, I'm not entirely sure which one is my favorite part. Even retopo, it's been like been growing with me because it's something that I use, that I usually do quite often. So I already have certain love for retopo. It's like playing some sort of like puzzle, trying to figure out all the pieces where they should be and how they should be positioned. Now, for example, this is one of those things that I was saying earlier. I'm having the freedom to just play with the shapes from the left, from the profile side. Y vamos a separarle las orejas. También son parte de la cabeza, entonces no tiene chiste que estén separadas completamente. Vamos a darle un merge down. There we go. Oh, and I haven't saved the file, so let's start by saving these. We never know when everything starts going south, and la oreja quizás la podría rotar un poquito. Y aunque ya los hice un match bastante cercano, no me voy a preocupar si de repente empiezo a mover las cosas y se empiezan a mover y ya no hacen un match completo con el concept. Porque al final del momento de estar haciendo la escultura, me voy a acercar de nuevo al modelo y lo voy a hacer de nuevo un match, pero ya con todos los detalles puestos. Add the earrings. Now for these, I usually start using Spotlight to start adding texture because it's quite important the texture for cartoon characters because it's pretty much the drawing. So this starts to be more easily recognizable whenever I start using like the colors and the shapes that the character, the illustration originally has. Vamos a ponerle ahora el cabello. Hidden. Ahorita se ve bastante creepy porque tenemos que empezar a definir los ojos, que es la parte más importante. Algo así. Now, I'm gonna use this to una de esas cosas de cartoon, de personajes cartoon es que lo que son el outline se puede o dejar como geometría o dejar como textura, cualquiera de las dos. En este caso quiero dejársela como geometría. Now that I have this, let's start matching this. For example, y ahorita esto parece como unos lentes, entonces esto va a ser las pestañas. And again, we're not trying to match it right now, just to get the blocking. We'll have plenty of time to match it later today, but as geometry goes, still needed something like this. And again, this is just the blocking, but no me deja pegar el link, hice una vista lateral. Oh, ya. Sí, es lo malo. No, creo que no deja hacer como pegar links y cosas así por cuestiones del Restream chat. Esto va como pegado a esto. I think I'm going to remove the nose. Voy a volarme toda la nariz porque quiero hacerle esta como con esferas. Now I'm gonna match again everything to the concept. So it's gonna be a lot of passes like these where I start sculpting, and then I decide to stop sculpting and start matching everything to the concept. So again, I'm using ViewRef. Oh, oops. There we go. Close enough. Aquí lo voy a bloquear y vamos a empezar a modificar esto. Bueno, con los cejas no van a tener tanto detalle, pues en este caso ya rompo un poco la simetría en ellas. La boca va a ser un poquito más tricky porque está inclinada, entonces la vamos a dejar igual al final. que este lo pongo un poco más arriba. Y por ejemplo, las orejas ya no machan totalmente. Ahí está. Las aretes van un poco más arriba. Y lo que iba a hacer, la nariz. Entonces, así. Vamos a dejar el lado derecho intacto y el lado izquierdo va a ser como más difuminado. So I'm just trying to match that with the nose earlier with the concept. So right now it matches the silhouette enough for me, so I can start merging everything. And again, to show you guys how I'm using ViewRef, because right now it looks super weird, but something like this. So this is the hair. I can see where it matches, where it doesn't, and the head, which is right now at least on the shape and the silhouette on the right side matching. Same goes for the nose and the eyes, also the eyebrows. I can start, go back to this view. Ahora vamos a pensar cómo hacer esto. Entonces, ¿a qué me refería? Que este lado va a ser como más suave y el lado derecho va a tener esta línea muy marcada. Creo que de momento otro material. Creo que nariz como de tabique, entonces habrá que hacerlo. Aparte le vamos a meter más.
Can you hear me? I want to show you something.
Hey, Bane. Una consulta, ¿cómo deja la imagen de referencia? ¿Esto es un programa? Sí, el programa se llama Pure Ref y es el que me permite tener referencias encima de ZBrush.
Now you can create your journey.
Puedes ponerlo aquí abajo en el chat. So this is the software I'm using for the reference, in case you are not familiar with it.
Maybe I'm gonna
It's
stop.
free. It's called Pure Ref. Um, what's the Dintemo for the hair? Not sure what you're asking, Bane. But it's the Dynamesh, you mean? So I'm gonna smooth this, and I think I'm pretty confident I can start merging this. So remesh by Dynamesh, separation goes to 0, and then something like this. Oh yeah, the hair was quite low poly. It was just like a couple of spheres. Right now I'm doing the Dynamesh because I already have the hair in position. So what I want to start sculpting, it's the strands of hair. Oh, oops, I screw up because I was including this section, which is not part of the hair. Now, it is more like it, so just a bit so it doesn't lose the shape here. And let me change the shader because it's looking quite ugly. Maybe not this material. I'm gonna start merging everything, dividing, giving enough resolution to this. Lower. And I'm gonna save this as a new version before doing any subdivisions or Dynamesh. Now that everything is together, start cleaning shapes. Like this, for example. But you realize this is super concave, so it's not gonna work. Let's try fixing this. Hey, Bane. No, the art it's by Bill's Beings. So, let me try. Let me see if it's visible, his name in the image. Well, I'm gonna type his Instagram. So his name is Billy Patridge. He's an illustrator. Sorry, illustrator for UK, from the UK. So although I'm not able to paste links, I'll just copy and paste his name on Instagram. That's the artist. He has some beautiful illustration. I really enjoy his style. It's quite unique. ¿Qué onda, Duque? ¿Qué procede? Pues terminar el personaje. Eso procede hoy. Por la parte de arriba vamos a hacer más suave la transición. Y los labios los vamos a definir un poquito más. And again, with cartoon characters doing everything like hard surfacey, it's quite useful. A lot of hard edges. Interested in how you're doing to make the texture in the shirt and collar. Oh, I can do the collar once I'm done with the head. I'm almost on a position I can start switching to the neck. Hey, Reckless American. Hello from Texas. Nice. What part of Texas are you from? So, for example, right here I'm not sure what goes on the back of like that headpiece. So I can either improvise, start doing something more crazy and unique, or just leave it like in a very simple way. I prefer to have a little bit more um, a little bit more of the input on the design. Denton, Texas, near Dallas. Oh, nice. I was in Dallas last year. Like I went twice during 2020, 2021. Really love the city, but I haven't been on Denton. So for the neck piece, everyone's asking how to approach that section. So there's a lot of ways. I can either make this on Maya, where I just create like a cylinder and then do the extrude. Let me see. For this, I think I'm gonna be a little lazy and do just some Dynamesh. Let me find. I had a cylinder. Oh, here it is. For this one, I might need to make it like this. Actually, you know what? Um, let's try using the stager. So this is the home stage. Something like this. But right now I can use radial symmetry, which you can find here in transform, radial count. So I need this on the y-axis, and I need a lot of them. So maybe let's try 32. Might be enough. Okay, so I'm gonna deactivate backface masking and then pretty much just do this. Good to have a little bit more space, and then again, this is a very lazy and quick way of doing it, but we don't require to be like super accurate with this section. We can use this as a proxy and then inside Maya maybe do something a little bit more detailed. As you can see, this works perfectly just to have some shapes. Entonces, un poco explicando lo que estoy haciendo, activé Radial Symmetry, que es lo que te permite trabajar como en un círculo. Y seleccioné 32 puntos. Siento que 32 son suficientes. Básicamente lo único que hice fue solo esculpir las líneas. Como menciono, es una forma muy rápida de hacerlo. No necesitamos como quebrarnos la cabeza. Esto puede ser algo temporal que después podemos mandar a ZBrush. Digo, a ZBrush a Maya. Y entonces hacer retopo. Pero creo que por ahora. Stager to find the position of this stage. Center is a little wobbly, so let me smooth it. I just moved to Denton in January. Oh, I moved from California. I moved to be with my significant other. Oh, congratulations! Sounds really nice. So, do you miss California, or you're really comfortable there in Denton, Texas? Realmente no necesitamos el interior o que quede muy exacto. Incluso podríamos hacer algo así. Again, there's a ton of different ways to achieve this effect. Por ejemplo, podemos ver que esto es un poquito más redondeado. Y lo padre de tener esta radial symmetry es que todo lo que modifiques de un lado lo vas a seguir modificando del otro. O sea, completamente forma de círculo. That's a cool way to make the color. Yeah, it's quite easy to be honest. I mean, it's not perfect. If you want something super perfect, I would recommend doing this instead of, for example, in Maya. Doing the poly modeling for the neck is quite easy, and you get a more clean result. At least for a quick sculpture like this one, it works. This. I don't miss anything about California. Oh, nice. Glad to hear that. So this is what I meant earlier. One side is quite smooth. And even though I completely keep the shape of the nose, I still have like this beautiful silhouette on the right side. Can even connect this. Like this. Realmente me está distrayendo demasiado el color amarillo de los ojos. Oh, I just realized she only has one earring. There we go. Small details. Y esto tendremos que acomodarlo un poquito más adelante. Voy a para esculpir el cabello. Actually, let me use the reference. So again, I'm gonna use Pure Ref just to place it on top. Get the feeling of it. Just block the screen. Then quite easy. I'm just following the lines from the sketch. Hmm. For this one, I committed a mistake. The shape. Let's fix that. Así. And again, I'm gonna improvise the rest of the shape because we don't have any information from the back of the buttons. For this is enough. Dynamesh just to get more resolution there. Hey, Ariane Enterprises, how are you doing? Really nailing those lines. For this, I can use, I guess, Dynamesh. Dynamesh. Hey, I'm used to ZBrush, still on much total beginner. Oh, okay. Welcome, Ariane. Feel free to ask anything. Just finishing up for tonight's streaming. Just finishing the last details. I just want to match the color. I just realized it's quite different from what I had in the concept, so just gonna match the shape. And once I have this blocked, I can just start matching to the illustration. Something like this. I'm just gonna be um, I clean a bit those lines. I have some of my own projects I need to develop in ZBrush. Belongs to India, so there are many gods and goddesses design available. Oh, it sounds interesting, your project. Searching for an offline learning basic ZBrush. You can, I mean, not sure about offline, but online you can check for actually ZBrush website. They have something called C Classroom, and there's a lot of tutorials there for free. You can, I think, you can download them, so in a way you can maybe work offline with that. I'm not entirely sure. It's just a rough idea of that. Not entirely sure. I'm not able to paste links here. You'll have to search for C Classroom or check the ZBrush website. The art has a slight frown. Are you going to add her expression later? Yeah. Um, for stuff like mouths and um, asymmetry like that, I try to keep it till the very end because it's way easier to work with symmetry and then break it just at the end. But since we already have the mouth, I can create a different layer and just do a very quick position of the mouth so it resembles a bit more the illustration. But usually if I were to do this in like a production way, that asymmetry on the mouth, that frown, it's gonna be pretty much the last thing I'm gonna be working on. Like this. Hey, thank you, Vane. So I'll save the file right now and then I'll just make the frown stuff and do a quick render. Side t-shirt. match the frown. So I think this is enough. A bit of the here. There we go. Let me send this to Keyshot. We can have a nice render. So I can I still have plenty to go with this, but at least for now, something that I can render, and we'll keep working on it next not next week, during the next streaming, which is gonna be, I think, on the first week of June. So let's render this guy. I'll be sending this to Keyshot, and we'll be ready to go. So Keyshot here. Everything is being imported. Okay, we have our, not sure what she is, I guess like a princess, sort of. I'm guessing like a queen, an aristocrat. So we have something like this. Let's remove the shadow from the ground. There we go. Can even look for a nice environment HDRI. Quite good. So yep, I think I'm going to leave my streaming here. Thanks to everyone who came by to the streaming. See you in a couple of weeks. Let me confirm when is my next streaming. So the next one here in the Pixelogic channel is the 2nd of June. So see you guys in 2 weeks actually. So next Thursday I won't be doing streamings. Well, maybe I will. But that streaming might be on my personal um, personal Twitch channel. Oh, I thought it was Elizabeth. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, that's a very good point, Bane. Might be Queen Elizabeth, and I had no idea for all this time. Might have to ask Billy, but makes sense that she looks quite royal, so she might be. Um, Take care, guys. See you in a couple of weeks. See you next week if I'm able to do my streaming in my personal Twitch channel. You can find me in social media up here. It's my Instagram, ArtStation, Facebook, all that, YouTube. So you can find me there. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions and stay safe. Nos vemos en 2 semanas. Voy a hacer streaming el próximo 2 de junio. Todavía no estoy seguro si haré streaming el siguiente jueves, el de esta semana. Bueno, la que viene más bien. Si lo hago será en mi canal de Twitch personal. Pero por lo pronto, pues gracias por estar aquí. Nos vemos en en 2 semanas. Y pueden ver mis redes sociales en la parte de arriba. Mi Instagram, ArtStation, Facebook, todo eso. Nos vemos y que tengan buena noche. Have a good night, everyone. Thanks, Bane. Cheers, guys.